Hey guys, Miss Cox here again, going to talk to you guys a little bit more about some more science projects. Now, I recently talked to you guys about tornadoes because they are native to where we live here in Illinois. Now, they don't happen in all areas. They only happen in certain places, like I said, like where we live in Illinois in the Midwest because of the cold air and the hot air hitting each other and making a weird effect. Now today we're going to talk about another type of thing that doesn't happen in all kinds of places either. Only in certain areas, and guess what? Nowhere near where we are at. So we don't even have to worry about this one. This one is volcanoes. Now, volcanoes are pretty unique. They happen, you'll see them a lot of times on islands like Hawaii, but they're not anywhere near where we're at. And they're unique because they are another thing that can cause a disaster, but they also have some benefits to their environment. So what happens is, if you've seen a volcano, it's kind of like a cone-shaped thing, and basically it has lava inside, or another word we call it is magna, because that's like liquid rock, and it's hot. And it all just kind of bubbles inside at the bottom of the cone. Now, underneath our ground, there's this thing called plate tectonics. You're going to learn about those way later in school. But basically, there's a few reasons why a volcano could happen. The plates, you can even picture them almost like sidewalk maybe, like little squares of sidewalk. And they'll move. They might start to separate, kind of like maybe there's a crack in the concrete. It's starting to separate. The plates underneath the ground are separating, and it kind of makes the lava inside kind of uneasy. It builds up a little pressure now. Or maybe one of them tries to go underneath the other one. Not a good thing either for a volcano. And that's also why earthquakes can happen too. You might hear about the earth might start shaking. Doesn't usually happen here, but happens in California sometimes where my brother lives. And he's experienced a few of them actually. Usually pretty small, but I think he's experienced one really big one. But that's just kind of neat information about our world. Now, when those sort of things happen, the magma or the lava gets really upset and it starts to like get kind of gassy. And it doesn't have any way to let loose. Where sometimes when a volcano gets really hot, it needs like little things on the side, little vents on the side to let loose so it doesn't erupt. But sometimes it just can't find that release, and that's when the eruption starts to happen, starts to rise. Now, lava is very dangerous. When it is hot, it can do some damage. It can really hurt a person. It can destroy buildings and cars. So it's something that you can't take lightly when you're living by an active volcano, but luckily we don't. But lava also has some positives where afterwards, after it has gone onto the ground, it kind of refreshes the soil, makes it better. So it's good for its environment because it does actually help out. So there's some benefits to volcanoes and some non-benefits, and they don't happen all the time. So people do choose to live by volcanoes because they're not that common. Now, what is an issue is sometimes, even without the lava happening, it spurts out like some ash and it gets in the air and it's hard for people to breathe. So sometimes you'll see maybe on the news, people are wearing face masks because they're helping themselves by not breathing in that bad air from the volcano. So there are some hit and miss positives and negatives towards volcanoes. But guess what? We're going to make a volcano today. And I'm a little sad to say that Miss Cox here has never made a volcano in her life. Being a teacher, that's something I should have done even as a kid, as a student, but I've never made a volcano, so I'm really excited. Now I set up a little kind of area here. I might bend you down a little so you can see. There we go. I got my rocks because I wanted to make a pretty volcano. And I have a mason jar here. I put it right in the middle. Now, when I was digging up these rocks from around my yard, I found a lot of things underneath them, because guess what? The rocks, when they are laying on the ground, you pick them up, I found a ton of slugs. Found a ton of spiders. I kept saying, don't bite me. So it was kind of neat to see even a little more nature stuff. Ooh, that leaf, I thought was a bird flying at my face. It's just a leaf. Anyways, it was kind of neat to be in the nature with that. So let's now start. You really only need two things. You need vinegar and you need baking soda. But I wanted to make red lava because I just wanted to have some fun. So I brought some red food coloring and I only need a little tiny bit. And I'm just going to squirt that in first. I did 3 drops. Will it make a difference? I don't know. I've never done a volcano before. I'm excited. Now, the next thing is I'm going to put some baking soda. So I'm actually going to help myself out here by pulling it out. I'm going to put it in. It doesn't actually tell me how much I need. So I'm not going to put a ton in because I don't think you need like a ridiculous amount. But maybe you do. I'm going to kind of mix it around with that red. I don't know. Hopefully that's enough. Now, later on in science, you're also going to learn why different things interact the way they do. So baking soda is called a base, and vinegar is called an acid. Bases and acids do not like each other. They try to separate. And that is why what's about to happen is going to happen. And I don't know how much vinegar I need either, so I'm a little curious on this one. I'm telling you, I've never done this before. I'm pretty excited to see how this is going to work. And it better work. I'm going to pour some vinegar in. Oh my gosh, it's already bug. What is word? Okay, it needed some more. You see it? Okay. This tells me I think I need some more base. So I'm hoping when I go to pour some more in here, I'm going to try to do it at the same time where you can watch. So I am seeing the effect that I wanted to see. I wanted to see it, totally go all over. So I just put a ton in. There it is. There's the effect I wanted. And it's not as red as I thought it would be either. And the volcano does literally do that where it simmers it back down. Because it doesn't just keep erupting, does it? So that was kind of fun. Kind of fun experiment. You guys knew at home too. So the red really didn't make that much of a difference. And if you look here, my base and my acid, so my baking soda is on the bottom, the white stuff, and the vinegar, the liquid stuff, the red stuff on the top, they're separating. They're not combining because they don't like each other. So that was just a really cool experiment there. See how I mix it up? I'm curious with what happened. So you do need a lot of baking soda and vinegar is what I learned for it to really have a good eruption. But I am satisfied with what happened there. So I hope you guys learned some things about volcanoes today. Because our world is full of a lot of different unique things that is just really interesting to learn about. And I'm having fun exploring these things and being able to share them with you and doing these projects. And even though we're far away from each other right now, I still feel close to you and being able to share these fun moments. So hopefully you are enjoying them too. Bye guys.